Good morning. You're early. I'm early. You're early. Good morning, people. Party people in the house. Happy fucking Monday. How is it Monday again? How is it Monday already? I hate Mondays. Let's just get rid of Mondays. Is that possible? Girl. Hi, Sherry. I know I'm early. You guys, you like this new Danielle? Is this the new way of Danielle? Uh, Even though you're off, right? It's still Monday. It's still Monday. How am I feeling? My shoulder's really hurting. I need to get a lidocaine patch on. Mhm. I know I'm early. This is me. Check me out. Um, I went to bed early. I even napped yesterday. But I went to bed early, and I think like at 7 o'clock I went to bed. Yeah, and then Dan had a client that had some issues last night, so he was on the phone for a couple hours from 10:30 on. And it was like, okay, Dan, get out of the room. Get out of the room. I was getting bored already. Yay! So he was on the phone for hours last night. Stupid clients. So anyway, then woke me up. I got up, cleaned the litter boxes, cleaned up the little kitchen chronicle that I had. Your son died, Jen? Oh my God. I am so sorry. At 32. Ugh, tragedy. I'm so sorry. Do I run every day? Yes. It's bad for me, but I do. Yesterday I only ran 2 miles and I walked 1. Yesterday I just did stretching. Saturday and Sunday I just pretty much did a lot of stretching because this old hag is exhausted. Yeah, this body is killing me. I don't know how to stop this shaking. Do I ever run outdoors? No. I've always been a treadmill runner. Why do you like boys? Because you're heterosexual. Yeah, you're heterosexual. You have a bulging disc. Yeah, that's going to keep you from running. I have bulging everything. Bulging jaw. My jaw's killing me. Everything's hurt. So, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm trying to do the best I can. My jaw, my shoulder, my back's tight. My hip's starting to bother me again, which means my shot is running out. So I'm falling apart too. But I just keep pressing on until I can't press on no more. You know what I mean? Have you tried CBD oil? I've tried it all. Nothing works for me, people. So y'all, you must have that psychosomatic shit that works. I don't know how to work this shit. Oh no. Oh shit. Oops. It's hitting on the 6. Shit. I'm trying to. God damn it. No. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm trying to fix this and it's not working. Hold on. And it is speeding up my fucking shit. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I've tried to make it so it doesn't. What's my motivation? I don't know. Mental illness. Mental illness. Hi, Dags. You use Blue Emmy. I don't even know what that is. Sounds like a magical hallucinogenic. Yeah. So I have a bungee cord wrapped around here so it can eliminate. I think that's better. Eliminate the rattle on this holder. And for some reason, the little thing kept hitting the speed. I was going crazy a little bit. But my jaw's been killing me. It's a horrible disease, Angela, that's for sure. Hi, Indy. How are you? My head doesn't feel like I'm running down cobblestones. Your head does feel. Hello from Canada. Canada, why am I so tired? Why are you so tired? Lack of sleep, depression, sadness. Sadness equals depression. You need me to go on? Life, gas prices, groceries, inflation, I don't know. All of it, all of it causes depression. Yeah. What's the pain level today? I'm about a 6.5. Your husband? Yes. Well, her husband unexpectedly passed away, so that's not her problem anymore. Well, it kind of is her problem, but you know what I mean. Hi, Jackie. How are you? I'm hanging in there. My shoulder is fucked. My left side, it's this left side jaw all the way down. So I have a couple more weeks. I'm trying to make it to get my Botox in my jaw. Couple more weeks. I didn't even get trigger point injections this time around. Oh goodness, I know. I was trying to have a little fun. Pedro's doesn't mind. She knows what I mean. But yes, husbands make you tired, especially mine. Yo, I went to bed at 7 o'clock, and then he had a client issue at 10:30. Stayed in the room talking loud for like 40 minutes. I'm like, dude, take it in the other room. Some people are trying to sleep. Then the persistence of the issue wane about 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. But he eventually went outside of the room. And then he proceeded to want to talk to me. I'm like, bro, just because you're up and you're stimulated, I'm sleeping. I went back to bed. I went to bed at 7. I'm like, how does that not tell you that your wife is exhausted? How does that give you like, oh, let's wake up your wife. She must be perfectly not tired. She went to bed at 7 last night, literally was falling asleep. I brushed Ed's teeth, made dinner. I brushed Ed's teeth. I got him all situated, cleaned up. I put him in front because it was still too early to go to bed. I put him in front of the TV, crawled in bed at like 6 and said, teeth is brushed, he's ready to go to bed when you're ready. He's like, what? I said, he ate, I cooked, cleaned up dinner, brushed his teeth. He's like, I didn't even know it was dinner time. Yeah. Okay, well, it's past dinner time, but it's too early to go to bed. So finally at 7 o'clock, he was laid down in my space. I'm like, dude, you're in my space. Get the fuck up. Go put your dad to bed. Oh, it's 7? Yeah, 7. Get the fuck up. Shit. And then proceeds to wake me up. I mean, how is that for social awareness? Like, where is the social awareness? I mean, I should every morning now take my fucking vacuum and go vacuum in the room, right? Just to show him it's the same thing. So, anyway, but I don't do that. You know why? Because I know he doesn't sleep and I feel bad. But he doesn't. So, anyway. Men. Amen. You've been decided to sleep. Yeah, you're looking great. Well, thanks, Francine. I'm hurting. Hi, Janet. Did you talk to him about it? There's no point of talking to Dan. Have you ever seen us communicate? It goes in one ear and out the other. Dear, I'm tired. Well, so am I. I don't sleep. Dear, if somebody goes to bed at 7, leave them alone. They must be tired. Oh, well, so am I. You know, no. You guys have seen us communicate. He's devoid. He's void. He's devoid of listening. Like, he has like this concrete cylinder that's like right at his earlobe, his eardrum. And no, he doesn't listen. He doesn't have a clue. How am I going to teach him social awareness at 58? Anybody know? Impossible. Impossible. Social awareness. I'm trying to learn how to communicate better with my counseling, and it's impossible to communicate with him. Well, you know, I couldn't help but take a call in the room. I was just as tired. I jumped up and did my thing. And then while he's on the phone, And I'm up now at like 11 o'clock going, okay, I'm not going to be able to sleep for a minute. Oh, can you change my dad? Can you change my dad? Motherfucker. Motherfucker. So what did I do? Change the head. I think he changed him at some point too before he went to bed because he wasn't that wet, which is great. That's really how we should do. That's really how we should do it, but we don't. No. Dan wouldn't be able to do that, BMG. You kidding me? Young kids. That fucking 58-year-old doesn't know how to communicate. And then when you bring something up to him, he's all defensive and shit. I didn't ask you to defend it. I just asked you to have compassion and listen. Respect it and try to fix it. No, he doesn't understand that. He needs to plead his case. This isn't jury. This isn't a trial. Listen and try to understand, support, and have empathy. Yeah. He doesn't know how to have empathy for his wife. Everybody else, Barry. Hi, Barry. Everybody else he has empathy for, but not his wife. Fuck the wife, right? Who cares about the wife? You know, because she's always here. She'll take care of it. She'll deal with it. Because you know why? She's the wife. You know how that works? Yeah. Anyway, enough about Dan. I already see him and have to listen to him a lot more than I want to today. Yes, I have a wife. I do, actually. No, actually, he's a man. Because no wife would act like that. You know what I mean? Men act a different way than women. I wish I had a wife. Shit, she might listen better. She might have more empathy. She might understand the journey in which we are traveling. You know, fucking men have testicles, testosterone. Their fucking balls prevent them from understanding or having empathy for their women. Just cheat. Who said I wanted a fucking pussy? Or a penis? I don't want nor other. Neither nor. Never licked a pussy in my entire life. Don't plan on it now. Yeah. No. So that's not gonna be for me. I've touched boobs. I've kissed a girl, but every boob was warranted. You know what I mean? But no pussy licking. Ugh. I don't know how you guys do it. No, or you girls. There are girls that do that too. And I envy. It's not like I envy the women who can do it, who are bisexual and love to experience. You'll relax me. I would take it. I just wouldn't give it. I just doesn't mean I wouldn't allow somebody else to do it. I'm just saying I wouldn't give it. I'm not a giver. So just as long as you're okay with that. I also have a friend who says she can rock my world. I have a friend that says she can pleasure me so quickly I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I said, what? I don't think you can. It's impossible. This Fort Knox down there. Betsy is a very hard one to please, let me tell you. Especially now in perimenopause. You can't even buy an orgasm. You can't even, you're lucky if she comes to the door. And sometimes you're barely touched and she's like, I'm here. What? She doesn't even know what the fuck is happening. You know, she just comes out of nowhere sometimes. Sometimes even in dreams. That's the best one. Yeah. No work at all. Just the mind. Just the mind. Anyway, so she doesn't mess with me, she knows. Well, my friend doesn't mess with me. She's in a relationship, but she just says she knows how to pleasure. She could pleasure any woman under a minute. Under a minute. Under a minute. 30 seconds maybe even. What? Hopefully Betsy shows up. Um, but here's the thing. Danielle was wild and free back in the day. You know, well, not without something, but Danielle was more wild and free than what she is today. Today, she's kind of prudish, kind of vanilla. I've done that shit. I played it. I felt it. And I'm okay with living life this way now. I don't need to do those things I did 20 years ago. Done it, did it. Past, let's leave it there. And some of that shit fucks you up, Shit. Anyway, I'm over it. So, what about my husband? My husband would still love to live those days. I don't give a fuck. I've done my time. Now he needs to live in my days. Perimenopausal hell. That's what I want him living in. And then he'll know, because his fucking testicles would shrivel up and his penis would turn inside out. And he wouldn't want it either. I think men should go through the same shit we go through so they have some sort of understanding, or close to it, because it's almost impossible because they don't have fallopian tubes, uterus, ovaries, and etc. Right? But fuck them and their balls. Fuck them and their tiny little urethra. Fuck them and them not having to bleed. Fuck them and having everything easy. One pump chump, boom. Now you got to carry the baby for 9 months. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. And then they get all pissy, right? They get all pissy when we're at this phase in our life and our bodies are changing. Our brains are not fucking active like they used to be. We barely know if she's alive down there. And then they sit and pout. Oh, I haven't had sex in forever. Oh, my God. I haven't had sex in forever. Yeah, fuck you, dear. All fucking dismantled and shit because they ain't getting a fucking hole. What the fucking ejaculation is ejaculation. Lube up the hand and get to work. You know what I mean? Why the fuck does my hole matter? Why does my hole matter? You got a hand, you can ejaculate by yourself. You can hump something if that works better, but why does my hole make you cranky when you don't have it? Is it that magical? Is it like an extra fill up, extra lives or something? Like you in a video game or something? Baby, it extends my life at least 3 months. Fuck you. She doesn't want you at this point in life. She gave you all the pleasure. She gave you all the experiences. She gave you fun. Rewind and remember those moments. Because we ain't not in those moments right now. We don't want it. We want you to stay away from us, have empathy, and fucking support us, and stop trying to rub our vaginas. Don't touch the titties either. Because the titties fucking hurt all the time. They're titties, these titties. Stop touching them. No bueno, buddy. No fucking bueno. Oh, I can't touch you. No, you can't. My titties hurt. My nipples are fucking like sensitive as fuck. Nipples gone. Like I want to punch anything that touches them. My abdomen, off limits unless you're a cat and you sit on it and knead on my belly. That feels amazing, right? What is Mr. Possum said, my poor kids. What the fuck does my kids have to do with my sex life and my perimenopausal status? Poor kids, these bitches are gonna go through the same thing, Mr. Possum. They should listen. Actually, they have listened to their mama. They know better. You don't think they hear their mother talk? You think this is a big secret? Her poor kids. You think I just put on an act just for you all? It's a little bit embellished, yes, but I'm still the same person. My kids are used to this shit. It's not a big shock on how their mama is. Like, my husband knows the videos I'm producing, the videos I'm posting, and knows how I communicate with their father. People act like I'm like in hiding or something, and everybody's blocked from seeing me, the real me. Bitches, this is me. Like it, love it, or don't. And if you don't, go suck a cock and leave me alone, you know? Anyway, or a pussy, whichever one you like. Yeah. Hey, I tell my girls all the time, I'm like, just so you know, grandma died and got cancer during her menopause. This fucking sucks. I have everything imaginable. If I die, remember that I said that. Fucking sucks. Buckle up, Buttercup, because you in for a ride. Now, it's a roll of the dice whether they're all going to get it. We know Andrew won't. I don't know. I think he won't. But the other two are female, you know? They're going to get some variation of it. So, shit. They better listen to this shit. It's not fun. Menopause is not fun. Either is leading up to it. What are we going to do? You know, what do we do? Fuck menopause. Fuck husbands who don't listen. Fuck unempathetic husbands. Fuck husbands who don't treat us like the queens we are. You know, it's very simple. You want thy pussy, you better fucking have empathy, have respect, give us attention, not by grabbing our vaginas or our fucking titties, right? You're getting acne? Fuck. Pay attention. We've raised your families. We've cleaned your houses. We're still doing that shit. We do your yard work. We take care of everything. So all you can do is focus on yourself. We give you babies. We heal from said babies. And now we're in death. We should be treated like fucking queens. We should be treated just as good as our pussies are treated. You know what I mean? Fuck the pussies. Hi, LV. Give us attention. Love us like you love our pussies. And maybe you might get it. End of fucking story. Men, I'm trying to teach you something. I'm trying to teach you something. Stop with the eye on the puss. Look at your wife. Tell her how beautiful she is every day. Don't expect the prize unless you're working for the prize. If you ain't working, you ain't getting the fucking prize. She's unhappy. She's unhappy. You gotta make her feel good. Not just by diddling her clit. You gotta make her feel good everywhere else but her vagina. And when we are ready for you to touch it, we will gladly spread thy legs and put your hand down where it counts. But until then, you better be working for it. You better fucking be working for it. Treat us like the queens we are. And if you don't, she closed and dry. Very closed and dry. Some of you may be dry already. But you gotta work for it. You know? And they teeter off. It's too much work, you know? Too much work. Well, I don't want it if I can't touch you, bitch. I wish you had sensitive boobs right now, because I would pinch them, flick them, and fucking push them and see how you feel. You know? Don't grab me. Don't grab me. It hurts. But it's not fun if I can't touch you. Well then, toodaloo. Toodle-fucking-loo. Toodle-fucking-loo. I don't need it. I'm satisfied by myself. I'm satisfied without myself. Fuck, I don't need it. I'm in this phase of life that I could go on. I just start feeling guilty. Oh, it's been a couple weeks. I gave it to him the other day. He's like, well, can I touch you? No. Well, why? I said, well, because I'm a little spotty. My boobs hurt and I don't want to be touched. But I'm here for you. Well, I don't want it. Okay, well, then let's write it down. Well, let's write it down. Well, are you going to talk for me? Sure, I can talk. I can get you moving. So I got him moving. He did it. He walked away. I said, don't look down, a little murky down there. Yeah. Anyway. Steve didn't listen. I would say on that's interesting. I know. Well, they don't listen. They don't want to listen because they want to do what they want to do. Have you ever noticed that? Men don't listen to you. How many times have I told him, don't do this, but do this. I really like this. And what do? They do what they want to do. It's so irritating. Well, you've told me what to do and I do it. No, you haven't. You go back to the grizzly man touch. I want a man with a slow hand, a gentle touch. I don't need a fucking grizzly bear. I don't want that. I hurt. I can't take fibromyalgia. Top fibromyalgia on top of all that shit. And your body's extra sensitive. My belly, like sometimes to be touched by, only a cat is allowed to touch or a heating pad. If you have fibro, touch is very irritating sometimes. It's irritating. So I'll give you a hole, but don't look at me like I'm, well, you said you're spotting. Yeah, I sure am. This is the new way of life. I spotted last month for 23 days. 23 days he didn't want to touch me. But then he bitches about not having sex, right? Can't win. This is perimenopause, like it or not. You don't mind to get a little murky? You never know what's going to happen. So, but I don't want to hear you complain about it. Well, if I can't touch you and have fun, I don't want to be touched. I'll give you a fucking hole. That's all you need, right? If not, then go away. I'll write it down. I'll keep, like you, I'll keep a record. I'll keep a record. I'll keep a record to show you that I tried. And then sometimes I don't want to try. Why do I always have to try? Why do I always have to change? Women, I'm pissed. Why do we always have to be the ones to initiate the change for them to step up to the plate? Fuck that shit. I can't do a mouth. I have TMJ. My jaw right now is locked on this side. It's so bad, my pain. No, I'm done giving blowjobs. Fucking over that shit too. Ugh. When you have TMJ, it's not pleasurable. No, you can't open your mouth and then you fucking, get lockjaw. No, that's absolutely not. I've done this shit way too long. We don't need that shit anymore. We've been together 29 years next month. Well, married. We've been together over 30 years. Yeah. Yes, Carrie, different person. I am a different person. I'm a badass bitch. I don't need nobody. I'm very independent. Very independent. I don't need no man. I really don't. I make my own money. And it feels good. It feels good. It feels good to be that independent. It sucks sometimes to feel so reliant on somebody. And I was, back when I didn't work and I was raising the kids and, I haven't worked in 20 years. Would I leave? No, I would never leave. Because despite the little stupid shit, you know, the foundation is so much more built, it's strong. Our foundation is what keeps us together, and you're not going to get that anywhere else. I'm going to get maybe better things somewhere else, but I won't have the strongest foundation we have. And so I would never leave unless he cheated on me. I don't even know, honestly. I would have to see how I felt in the moment. But I might have I don't know. I think things are different. People go crazy. I mean, I'm against cheating. I don't think it's good. People take people in, they allow it. I don't think I can handle it mentally. I think I would be so angry. So we're already invested. At 52, I'm not looking right to rebuild with somebody else. He's not abusive, he doesn't cheat. He's loyal. And, we have a great love story. So no, he doesn't do anything some days I'm like, fuck, but he doesn't do any of that thing that bad for me to be like, fuck, I need out, I need out. Some days I want out, but we all do that. That's normal. That's normal. And sometimes, I get frustrated because I feel stuck, not with him, but in the situation he put us in, but those are normal things, right? It's normal. And marriage is something you just don't give away, right? I do believe in the sanctity of marriage. I do believe people leave too early or leave because they don't want to work on it. And I think that's a cheat way out of it. I'm still dealing with the periods. I'm on a mini retirement, 4 years in, age 56, worked since 14, single after 27 years. Leah, let's not be real. Let's be real. I do envision myself alone, and it's wonderful. Am I still in love? No. Now, everybody classifies being in love differently. Being in love was the beginning for me, right? It's the crush, it's the lust, it's being in love. I don't believe we're in love with each other. I think we love each other, and that's enough for us, right? I think with me, love is different. I classify it differently. Some people are like, oh, I'm still in love with my husband, same the first day. Well, good for you. No, I'm not. I'm not. I think, love is still important to have. And I definitely love him, but not in love, no. And I don't think he is with me either. That's just the way we are. Were you having a love? Yes, at the beginning. Lust, infatuation, in love, and then in love turns to love. For me, right? He changed, became, yeah. And Leah, we all change in marriage, right? We go up and down in marriage, and that's different, right? Every relationship is different for you to leave. There's nothing that's so horrible. It's irritating in my relationship, but it's the same shit. I've lived with it for so long, it's like normal for me. But we do get comfortable. And I do fantasize about being alone. And the only reason is because I'm tired, I'm tired of always picking up the pieces. I'm tired of always being expected to do things. I'm tired. I just want to live by myself in my house and not have to rely on dealing with other people. It's a fantasy, right? Because my whole life I've caregived. I've caregived since I was 3 years old for my mama when I recognized she wasn't well. So I'm tired. I fantasize about, having that freedom, that quiet, yeah. So I'm tired. And I don't think that's going to change. Honestly, he loves you today. I don't think that's going to change. I think I'm going to be that way because I think I take care of everything, always. And my body and mind are getting tired. All the bickering and fighting, I think that does. We bickered and fought our whole life. My husband and I, we're the Bickersons. Hi, Madison. We've bickered our whole entire lives. That's just who we are. We've had extreme ups and extreme downs. We, I think now are just on an even playing field, you know? I think, do you not feel support from your husband? That's a very tricky question. Okay. Pretty thing. Now I'm going to get into that. And that's really tricky. Hi, folks. I think my love language is acts of kindness, words of affirmation, those types of things, right? That keep me going. Now, do I know he loves me? Do I know he appreciates me? Yes. But do I feel it all the time? No. And I think that's why, I get frustrated sometimes because I feel like now should be different because of the role that I play in life right now. I feel like he should put more effort into me, 100% for many different reasons, right? But what I expect and what he's actually going to do are two different things. That's not my husband. So I have to learn to be okay with that. And I think it's hard, right? Because I'm coming to this point. It's like, I need these things so much more now. And that's why I'm more of a bitcher, because it's like, hello, look at me. Don't worry, I'll get that. Oh, don't worry, I'll clean that up. Oh, don't worry, I'll do the laundry, Oh, don't worry, I'll get your clothes, because it's like, hello, pay attention to me. Sometimes we want that attention. We want that to say, hey, babe, thanks. I appreciate that. Hey, I appreciate that, And then, he's very expression and he's always looking like, rawr, And you would think I would be okay with those things. Sometimes he'll turn to me like last night. I'm like, he wasn't wet. What? With that look, like, it's like, whoa, that's aggressive right now. Never fucking mind. It's a trigger, right? But it would take him. Oh no, Bogey, I'm so sorry. It would take him a lot of effort to change some of those patterns. And I just don't know if he can. So at that point, I need to learn to be okay with it. And right now, I'm having a hard time. So that's tricky, right? It's tricky. It's a tricky thing. I'm taking care of 3 men. My son's still here. You're describing a marriage of 36 years to a T. Thank you for speaking out. Of course, Judy. So, I don't know if it's settling, pretty thing. Sometimes I think about it and I don't think it's settling. I mean, for me, it's not settling. It's just life. We all change, through the process of being together. Some of you I see are high school sweethearts and we were young, same type of a thing. And you grow together, you grow apart and you grow back and then you grow apart, right? So always aggressive towards me. And, it's hard because Dan's just that way. A lot of you see it sometimes on the live when we fight or when he's pissed off at me for being silly or pushing the envelope, a little bit too much because that's just me. And you can see, he's just really, and he doesn't recognize it. I'm like, Jesus. He's like, what? I'm like, your face was just so aggressive. Relax, So, Ricky, I hope, the thing is that sometimes marriages wait too long to fix the things, and then when you're alone, it's harder to bring them back together. And I'm hoping that won't be the case. I don't think it will, but I've seen a lot of marriages break up when everybody leaves. Do you ever get a vacation away? Separately. Yeah. 3-4 days. He doesn't go very long. Number one, he says he doesn't want to do it to me.
But number two, he's a homebody. He doesn't like to be away from home and his animals, right? So, yeah. So he'll say, I hate when he says that. Well, I would never leave you. Oh, fuck off. You don't want to be gone that long. So you could take as many 3 to 4 days like I do. I wouldn't give a fuck. I would do it just like you do it. It's not that big of a deal. We can't go away on vacation. There's nobody who can watch Ed. So until Ed passes, we are doing it solo. It's just the way it is. It's just, if you're a caregiver and you don't have help, it's the way it is. We don't have help. You know, we don't have help. We have caregivers, but they can't do the things that we do. They can't take him to, bed or take him to the bathroom. Nobody in his family could do the same thing either. So it's just impossible. Mark can't do it. Mm-mm. Mark can't do it. So yeah, they can't do anything. I mean, they can give us like 4 hours, like we have a caregiver Monday through Friday, and they can give us 4 hours, of where we can just not have to check on them. They can feed them. They can do all that stuff. But that's it. So no, you can't teach them, Linda. It's not possible. And we wouldn't want that right now because we don't trust anybody. At this point in life, he's too fragile. He's too fragile. We can see things in his eyes. We can know his body. He hasn't been very strong in the last couple of days. He's really slow right now. He always leans kind of, I think when he's cognitively, whether he had a mini stroke, I can always tell when he's leaning, he leans to the right. I think when he's had a little slump in the progression of the disease. So the last couple of days, that's what he's been doing. So it takes him a while to get back. I would never do it. It's not something we would do. It's like women, when we had brand new babies, were we thinking about going and travel, leaving them behind for no, we would be a mess. We would be worried and blah, blah, blah. No, nobody else could do what we do. Could we hire a nurse? They're expensive, nurses are expensive. It's not that easy. You have to have money to do those things. So no, we're stuck right now. This is what we're doing. I do go to Sky River. Actually, I haven't been in a while. I think I'm going to go this week. Bye, Janet. So yeah, I mean, it's just not possible. I'm dealing with a mother-in-law with dementia and a daughter with her second breast cancer. Oh, Lee, I'm sorry. Stuck. Yes, we're stuck. Yeah. What's wrong with that word? You have a problem with it? People not knowing what to do. There's so much more. Yeah, it's just so much more to it. I'm walking at a 4 right now. I ran 3 miles at like a 5.2, which is good. I'm tired. So this is what I'm doing. Yeah, the kid thing. I'm lucky because my kids are older. So I don't have to worry about that aspect of it, but I have so much responsibility around my property. It's I have a big property, so it's a lot for one person to manage, and so I have all that stuff, and Dan's trying to build his business and I'm trying to build mine. And, speaking of businesses, you all get your Millie Pig book yet? Millie Pig 4th of July special is out today. It's out. It started last Friday. It's a centennial, so it's 250 years, 4th of July Millie Pig book, Amazon. All our books are available there. Please support us and get the Millie Pig book for 4th of July. So I can do is 3. That's okay, Lauren. That's okay. By shopping. You're waiting on yours. The concert was good. It was fun. I had fun going with Rocky and Delaney. It was funny. Sometimes you don't realize, right, how far reach you guys get. Us, meaning you guys, us. And the recognition, oh, hi, Mariah. The recognition we got at the concert was crazy. You guys, insane. I couldn't believe how many people recognized us. And there was another lady who on Dan's thing, she's like, I thought that was Danielle at Thunder Valley. She goes, I'm sorry I didn't say hi. I get mad at people for not saying hi if they see me. And what's funny is sometimes you have to recognize, sometimes, I get just irritated I mean, when you're in public and sometimes I have to like realize like I got to be careful. There was this Michelle, if you're watching, she mentioned watching me on on my morning lives. But we were one of the situations we were walking out. I was irritated because I didn't know where Dan was and he just left and just takes off and it's late, right? So we're all tired and and we're walking and you just then like a herd of cattle and people are bumping. I was so irritated. And this woman bumps into me and it was not, of course, it's nobody's fault. But I went to like, so Michelle, if you saw my face, I apologize. I went to just be like, dude, watch where you're going. Because I was just irritated at the moment. And she's like, are you Danielle? And I'm like, fuck. I kind of hugged her because, I was like, fuck. She probably saw my face and was like, this bitch. But I was just so irritated because I was getting bumped all around and I was trying to text to find Dan. And, sometimes it brings you back to reality of like, I got to be careful. I gotta be careful because you never know who you're gonna run into. I cuss some woman out. God damn it, watch where you're going. And she's like, oh, I watch you. Fuck. Sorry, my bad. Michelle, if you're watching, my bad. If my face was grumpy. Yeah. So have I been using my pool? Absolutely, I have been. So yeah, sometimes you have to sit there. A couple of just fun little introductions. There were two women who sat in front of us, younger, 35, and they're like, we watch you, or I watch you. She was with her sister. And another guy came over and he's like, my wife was like, that's an actor, that's somebody, when you can't place it. And he's pointing it down anyway. He's like, we watch you guys. My wife thought you were an actor at first, but then realized it was you. He's like, I think you're just as famous. Shook our hands. Dan, a couple of people, he was walking in and out to get a beer or to pee, and people recognized him and said, hey. It was insane. I mean, it's hot or cold. It's just kind of one of those eye-opening experiences where it's like, you don't realize until you're in it and you're like, oh, hey. So Lainey was like, oh my God. When I ran into Michelle, literally. And she's like, I watch you. And Lainey's like, everybody says that. Because every 2 seconds there was somebody. It was so funny. It was just funny. Because people also don't realize, when you're with family, they see that and they're like, holy shit, that's crazy. It is. It's a little crazy. And Rocky's like, wow, Auntie. Sorry. So it was fun. I don't think we've had that much recognition in one place at one time. So it is fun, because you forget, I'm just an average Joe. And then you have these people who are like, oh my God, I'm just a normal person, just doing social media, getting attacked, getting ripped out and spit out. But hey, I'll shake your hand and give you a hug. I bet my trolls wouldn't do that. They'd be like, oh, there she is. Yeah, come say hi to me. You'll get a face. Come say hi to me. Come say something to me. But they wouldn't. Fucking chicken shits is what they are. But anyway, so that was fun. So anyway, I walk every day, walk every day. Yeah, this is what I do to prepare my day. Remember on TikTok, you guys, tap, 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 tap. I only have 6.5 likes. That's stupid. Come on, that should have been at least over 20. You guys use your fingers. If you enjoy walking, keep tapping, tap, 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 tap. You guys on YouTube, we're almost 50%. You guys give me a thumbs up. You don't tap on YouTube, you just give me a thumbs up. So you guys just keep tapping. As long as you're watching me, you should tap. That's love. If you can't send any gifts, that's just a gift in and of itself. So anyway, so that was a fun little weekend. Saturday, I've been trying to take some time, right? I've been getting up in the early. So it's been allowing me to, get my stuff done early. And then I have all this time. I'm like, what do I do? So I've been on Saturday, before the chicks, I took Grandpa outside and I swam and, did all my stuff. And I just read. I read. And it was just really great. It was really just great. Um, and yesterday I napped. I did some stuff in the morning and I just hit a wall. And I started Sweet Magnolias and then I fell asleep. There's a new season, but I realized I'm a couple seasons behind. And I fell asleep for like an hour and a half. I was just so tired because the concert was so late. I didn't get in, to bed till after 12. So I slept and then went to bed. My body's just fucking tired. So went to bed at 7. Don't judge. Shit. You guys missed the whole spoof of my coffee video. Maybe I wasn't sarcastic enough in the coffee video. I was making fun of everybody's like, oh, you got to try this viral hack, right? And some of you, I guess, most of you didn't get it. I'm just putting Chobani and everything is more different. They do all the sauce, they do all this shit. I was kind of having fun with it. And I don't think, hi, Heather, I see you. And nobody, I don't think, got it. Nobody got it. Let's get boosted, Let's have this viral coffee. It wasn't a fucking viral coffee. It was just coffee left over with fucking creamer. Ugh, y'all. I guess I wasn't as sarcastic. It wasn't funny though. I don't give a fuck if you thought it was funny. It was supposed to be a satire on everybody making. It wasn't necessarily supposed to be funny, but it was just supposed to be a satire on everybody making these drinks. And mine wasn't elaborate at all. Obviously, Lou, you missed it. I went over my head. I was like, girl, I'll just be adding 5 different things in there. Yeah. It made you buy Chobani. Oh, I have 3 flavors. I have the coconut one, I have the cinnamon coffee cake, and I have the birthday cake. I loved it. I loved it. Wendy, what's my take on all the scam accounts? They fucking suck. Big cock, dirty cock. I don't know. I know. I was just trying to have fun with it, but that was the flop. So I apologize. I'll be better next time. But the Chobani, you guys, if you have not tried Chobani creamer, I have 3. I was almost going to get a 4th one. But yeah, so since, what's been really weird is this medication. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow that I haven't had alcohol. Still haven't had any alcohol. No alcohol. Like I just don't really, my brain says, no, you don't. Look how tired you get. And I'm like, okay. But I've been craving more caffeine. You notice how all the people who are recovering addicts, they always drink a lot of caffeine. I feel like, I'm like, is that like a normal thing? But so the leftover coffee is what I've been drinking. And I just feel like I want a Red Bull or I want coffee or I want something to give me that boost, right? Because that's a boost, right? That Italians. No, you haven't tried the Chobani. Girl, you got to expand your mind, Candace. Do you like this earliness? Anyway, so I've been craving coffee, like at the concert. Rocky's like, you going to get a drink? I'm like, nah, I'm already tired. I'll fall asleep. Like, if I have a drink, I'm going to fall asleep. So I got a Red Bull. Yeah, she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. She's like, wow, Auntie. You laughed at the video? I was trying to be funny. The chicks were great. The chicks, that's the second time I've seen the chicks. They put on a great show. They really do. They put on a great show. Somebody said in the comments, tell me you're liberal without telling me you're liberal. I didn't realize you had to be politically affiliated with the band you go see. People are so one-sided. It's insane. Yeah, Chobani, I think I call it Chobani. It's Chobani, I think. It's crazy to me just because of the lead singer's political outburst doesn't mean there aren't Republicans, Democrats, moderates, or independents or green parties in the fucking thing. I didn't realize we liked people based on how we vote. Those things, those comments just are so baffling to me. Wow. Wow. How far is your head up your ass? And obviously you're a Republican. From the trolls, you're not drinking anymore. Oh, they still say I'm drinking. They're like, oh, she's drunk. I mean, they're just stupid. They're just, look, Yes, see, that's what tapping does, you guys. Keep tapping. Thanks, Miss Flowers. I appreciate it. I should have been way over that by now. You guys were just sucking ass. Anyway, and I don't feel any different. I haven't decided, but this medication, the way it works on my brain, it like makes me more rational with those things, right? It makes me more rational. So I'm like, you're already tired, right? Um, but alcohol is just going to make you more tired. And maybe I won't ever drink again. I don't know. But that's not my plan. But my brain is just telling me no, right? It's weird. My pain is still there, Valerie. My pain is still there. I'm really suffering on my left side of my body right now. And that's probably about an 8 right now. That's probably about an 8. But what it does is it helps me just keep my mind focused and helps me feel better. It doesn't take away the pain, but it's there. It's just that you notice it, but you're like, well, what am I gonna do about it? It is what it is. Do I crave? Do I have crave? Do I crave? Shit! Do I crave sweets? Yes, but not bad. Like yesterday, I wanted sweets after my dinner, and I made a really healthy dinner, and then I had some Trader Joe's, half a bag of Trader Joe's, the popcorn, and then and then I had some dried mangoes for my sweets, dried mangoes. It takes about 6 weeks, and I'm supposed to go up tomorrow. I'm supposed to go up to my normal amount of milligrams. So tomorrow I go up 60 milligrams. They want me on. So I already feel a difference. I actually felt a difference with my Lexapro when I took that within the first week too, and it didn't change. It didn't change. But maybe it'll help more with like the pain. Valerie, is what I'm thinking. It takes away my appetite, so I get hungry, and I'll just munch on like fruit or something like that because I really don't want like a big meal. And then at night I eat. So, but Lexapro did that to me too. It's weird. So that's something that I gotta also watch out for. And loss of appetite is a side effect I heard on that. So there is that. Valerie, did you experience that at all? But I tried it with sweets. I try to just stick to like dried mangoes or frozen fruit because that seems to, I eat a lot of fruit. I crave fruit and vegetables. I crave caffeine. It's really weird. I crave caffeine and I crave fruits and vegetables. So during the day, I make sure I'm eating lots of fruit and vegetables. I cut them up. I got baby carrots. I do cucumber. I do fresh fruit, and I eat it all together. Throughout the day, that's what I do. And then at night, I have my meal, like chips or whatever I choose. I started eating chips last night. They didn't taste good. I put them back. I ate the popcorn. The popcorn was really good to me. So I ate the popcorn. And that was good. I put the chips back. You guys, I literally put the chips back in the bags. Yeah, what? My taste bud is weird too, a little bit. Sometimes my Red Bulls taste really, really sweet. I've noticed that. But other than that, yeah, loss of appetite. I'm eating more healthy is what I'm doing because I'm craving lots of fresh fruit, veggies, frozen fruit. Like I can't get enough of that stuff. So that's good. My water intake sucks. I try to down at least 32 ounces of water at some point. So we'll see. We'll see. So I'm kind of interested to see, like, my eating ebbs and flows. I don't know if that happens with you too, Valerie, but it ebbs and flows. So like the data, the Dixie Chicks, I just had made squash. I did a cooking video, and so I haven't posted it yet, but squash and onions, and I added just hamburger meat, and that's all I had with a Red Bull, and I didn't eat the rest of the day. Yesterday I ate a little bit more, but yeah, it's crazy. It really does take away. There's some days like at dinner time, I could not eat but I do because I know it's important to eat. But I don't eat. I did eat a lot of popcorn last night, though. That was like really made me feel good. My brain wanted it more than my stomach. So that's it. That's what I've noticed. I do feel happier, Laura. I saw you said that. I do feel a little bit happier. I think it's given me a little boost, right? Which is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to increase the serotonin and dopamine, right? To help, especially with the depression and the anti-anxiety. Hi, Katie. How are you? So yes, it's working after 2 weeks. So I'm kind of like, do I go up to the 60 milligrams and just do this for a while? I don't know, but I think I'm going to go up to 60. We'll see. But this like is killing me. I got to take some Advil this morning. I know. Katie, I just can't buy. I mean, I just had to buy a washer and dryer. You know, it's like everything is just happening all at once. It always does, right? And I just can't rationalize because there's a handful of you, you know? There's only a handful of you. I can't rationalize spending another $350 on something. And for me to fucking, you know how much I drop shit out here. So everybody's got to just find me. You got to find me. It's never ending. I swear. And then I got to get shit fixed in my house and, Cymbalta, Carrie. It's Cymbalta. So yes, it's never ending. There's always something going on financially. And I just like, you know, if there was enough like financial like push for that, then I could do it. But it's just hard to do that. And that's just all honesty. Somebody said, oh, Melissa says she misses you, Katie. Katie, Melissa's on the YouTube side. Somebody said, do I work now? And I said, yes, this is working that I love. Social media is what I do for money, ads if they want me. And I write books, you know. So we just had a new Millie Pig book that just dropped on Friday. If you could please go give us some love and support our book writing. Christy and I write the books together, the children's books, and her daughter illustrates them. And I'll get them. Katie says she's going to get you to get TikTok, Melissa. And so that's another thing I do. I'm writing children's books, and we have a grief book coming out eventually. Life has just been taking us in so many different directions. It's been hard to finish things. Name a book. We'll have all of them. We wrote a series of Millie Pig books. I think we have 3 or 4. Is this our 4th one? I can't even remember. You can go on Amazon. Everything's linked in my link tree. My book, my biography is there. You have it. We have workbooks available. We have a grief book coming out. And we just did our Millie Pig book. So I know Storms. Poor Christy. She's had a lot going on too. Life's right. And if her life's lifing, mine's not, and vice versa. I mean, my life is always lifing. But yeah, so it's just sometimes it's really hard to, unite. We have to like really. So we wrote the Millie Pig book in a couple hours. That's pretty much how we do it. We get the pictures together, and then we make our storyline around the pictures, whatever her daughter does. And so, like we introduce new friends, or we waited to do another one for 4th of July just because it was a centennial, and we thought it would be fun, right? To do a Millie Pig book, with purpose, right? There's always lessons in those books. This one's more lesson, but more factual stuff about learning about the 4th of July. So we write them in about 2 to 3 hours. We get them done. She starts with an outline and then we go from there. So it's been fun. So that's what I love doing. This is my job. We don't make a fortune on the books. But I think it's just something fun, and maybe one day we'll hit it. About Danielle, there you have it. Yes, there you have it if you want to know more about me and my history that I don't share outwardly, right? And there's a lot of things that I keep private on social media for different reasons. But you'll find those things more detailed in my book. Because the people who are going to read it are going to be people who are really interested. And it's a quick read, right? It's quick. So I have another couple things that I want to do, another couple ideas for books that we're going to get out as well. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. We're having fun doing it, whether we make it big or not. So just remember, drop by Amazon, you look up my name or Christy's name, and they'll pop up, and you'll see all the workbooks. You'll see a coloring book. Her daughter's getting ready to do an activity book. And so we just we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going with Millie Pig. And when she passes from her breast cancer at some point, then her legacy will live on. And that's really why we started doing that, is because when I found out she had breast cancer, I was like, I really want to keep her memory in line and forever, So anyway, because she's been a really good pig. We love our pig. She's been a great pig. So yeah, we're honoring her by that. I have a feet finder too. Yeah. I do fun feet things as well, if you're into feet. So yes, my pig is important to both Dan and I. And so I thought that would be a great way to honor her. Anyway, let me go get a Red Bull. Speaking of caffeine.
I don't think I slept one wink. Did you see me sleeping at all?
I was in and out this morning. You didn't move.
Did I hear you?
Obviously, you were sleeping. You didn't hear me. You were twitching, so you were sleeping.
I should. Fuck, man. He's charged with serious shit, kidnapping. I didn't know you were on.
Do we have mods? I don't know if we do. Hi, Nate. You missed the whole show. That's okay. Yes, I'm on. It's Monday.
I don't even know what day it is. It's that bad. That was Candace. Hi, Candace. What?
That was random.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Well, no, you haven't seen her. Candace lives in her own little world out in Montana. The Feet Finder stuff isn't that bad. No, it's not bad. It's kind of fun. You just take pictures, when you want to, post them, and people like them. I just think it's kind of fun. I mean, I'm lazy with it. Just because that's just a kind of fun little, hi Floss. That's just kind of, for me, it's just a fun little, extra money. Uh-huh. I think you should name a book There You Have It. I did, Donna. I beat you to it. Yeah. It's been out for over a year. My first book was There You Have It. It had to be, right? Do I decorate my feet? No. Sometimes I'll laugh because I'll drop something on my foot and I'll get my camera out and take a picture. Stuff like that. I do videos sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, it's fun. And it gives me, extra gambling money. It's just something that it's not something I do. Like I'll do a lot and then I won't look at it for like a week or two. And then I'll get on and do something. I have people that, like videos. And so I have people who sometimes they just want a video of you talking to them. Very personalized. It's whatever, I don't do anything that I wouldn't post on social media. Right. So, I'm not funky, people ask me to go in bikinis, I'm not gonna do that. Or when I'm in a bikini, like I did a cooking session and I literally was in my bikini bottoms doing it. People are gonna be like, "Oh my God." But that's what I do in my house. When I'm out of the pool, I dry and I just do my stuff. I carry on with my bikini bottoms and people are gonna have a fit, but I don't give a fuck. You can't really see it very much and people are gonna have a problem with it. Don't watch. I gather that was a big. Oh, so, hi, Michelle. My videos are up every day. I do sometimes DNC, I do all sorts of stuff. If stuff fall on my feet, like it's just crazy. People like that stuff. And I make money doing it. It's not a ton, but I make it.
If I used your phone to call a police station last night, so did they call you back?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so if they do, you just give them my number, okay?
Mhm. I'm so much happier because I'm on drugs. Yeah, I'm on drugs. The drugs finally helped. Yeah. I went back on my anti-anxiety. So that helped. I think my plums are ready. So I'm gonna pick some plums today. I got plum tree. I'm gonna be so excited. Yeah. So basically, um, I do a little bit of everything. Over the years, everybody's noticed my feet and everybody's all, you should do Feet Finder. Now, everybody who said that, like I should be making a lot more money, but I don't make as much as like the people who talk about my feet should go there. People want weird things and I'll do it. Like if they want my stinky socks and gonna pay me big money, why wouldn't I send my socks to somebody who's gonna pay me big money? I haven't done it yet, but I had somebody who wants them but like who cares? Like it's socks. I can buy a new pair. You know what I mean? So I wasn't gonna do it for years. And grandpa even said, do it. People are gonna pay to see your feet. I'll sell my feet, right? It took me 3 years to do it, to be confident enough to do it. I was not confident about it. Now I don't give a fuck. I'll sell my feet. You have diabetic feet? Hey, there's a there is a market for everything, let me tell you. And I'm sure people show more, right? I'm not showing more. That's not me. I'm not going to sit and spin around in a bikini. That's not me. I'm relegated to the knee down, and that's it. Like, if you want a video, I'll do a video, if you want me looking in the mirror or whatever with clothes on, definitely. I don't care. Custom videos are $50. But people do want bunions. I have bunions, Holly. Yes. And when you post videos, there's like certain categories people look for. So, yeah, shit. I tell you, there's a market for everything. So, I always put when I do my picture, I do athletic, bunion. Sometimes my feet are really cracked. It says cracked heels, art. It's crazy. I do it all. Big feet, French tips, blue toes. They added more things. They added more categories when I posted some stuff this weekend. Yeah. Um, and yeah, sometimes my dog's in it. Sorry, but she doesn't leave my side. Who cares? Who cares? I just talk about it because I'm not ashamed. A lot of people don't, and they're fucking making money, yo. I just don't put my time and effort into. How do I join the feet place? You just go on feetfinder.com. Now, if you're willing to be a little risky, Wendy, you can get clients really quick. Big boob category. This is Feet Finder. How the hell are you putting boobs with your feet? But people are doing more than anything. If you go on Feet Finder and look, people are showing ass. They're showing cooters. They're showing everything. So you can make money with everything. You could just tell people. So anyway, yeah, there's a lot more that people are doing. Literally measured our big toes and I beat everyone out. Extra long toes. Yeah, Feet Finder's a legit site. Look at my link tree. Look, who cares if you're 64? Do your feet look 64? Shit. And if they do, there'll be a market for it. You know what they're doing anyway. Y'all, people, and then you'll get weird requests. I have yet done socks, but I have a lot of people asking me if I would sell socks. And I said, yep. Yep. They even message me on my messenger. Hey, would you be willing to do this? Nope. Nope. Can I Venmo you? And a couple of places, I'm like, here's my Venmo. But they have yet to Venmo me. So then they don't get it. Like, you're not getting the sweater before you purchase it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're not gonna get the sweater before you purchase it. Send me the socks. No. Shit. Fuck that. Yes, they want them after I run. They want them sneaky. So one day I had a person who was interested in buying my socks. And so I ran in them in a couple days. I was like, all right, let me make them extra stinky. And then I left him out for a while and he went missing. And then he came back and, some excuse. But anyway, I washed him. I got done with him. So I washed him. Sometimes you got to start, Wendy, you got to give some, freebies in there to get them hooked on your feet. Yeah. No money, no socks. I was like, Venmo me first. I mean, I'm going to give you your shit. What about panties? I do not sell my panties. Would never sell my panties, dog. Would never do that. Socks, yes. I wouldn't do panties. That's gross. Could you imagine? Mom, why does this guy have your panties as he's posting them all over the place? No, I would never do my panties. Dan's like, who cares? Fuck it, they're paying $250 for a pair of panties. I'll send them mine. So yes, they want stinky. They like, I mean, the foot fetishes are no joke. I mean, the things that people have asked me, I mean, again, they also go on and ask other things, right? Like, hey, do this. They want to see more than just your feet. And that's up to you, no judgment here, what you choose to do, but I'm not one to show the goodies, I'm gonna show the goodies. Dan's like, who cares? I'm like, I care. The fuck? I don't want to show goodies. They don't deserve to see my goodies. Gotta work hard for that. So anyway, yeah, socks. Would it be interfere with my disability payments? Tracy, you're probably not gonna make that much. I mean, it depends on what you're, you have to gain. It's, for me, you got to remember I have a following, right? So I'm not making that much money. You make the money on like custom videos and stuff like that. But one time I didn't go in my account for like a month. I just kind of like at the beginning, and there was like $400 sitting in there. I was like, what the hell, So, it builds up over time, it builds up over time. But yeah, I think I have like $500 in my account right now. And I cash it out every so often, so I probably made a couple $1,000s just doing that. And like, I don't know how many months I've done it. Yeah, I mean, it's easy. It's easy. Never show the sacred. No, I would never show my tunnel. You kidding me? I don't even like to show it to my husband, let alone a stranger. Could you imagine? Shit. Uh-uh. Is there a fee? Um, yeah, I think I paid for the year, but it's really cheap. It's not that expensive. So I promise you, casino time. I will be going to the casino this week. I will definitely be going to the casino this week. And no drinking. So this is going to be really interesting. With like the casino. Like, am I going to be able to because normally I do hand in hand. What do your taxes say if I don't know, Stacy. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't care. I just did it this year, so I won't do taxes until next year with it. I think it's like $15 for the year. Yeah. Which is weird with the casino, you guys, because normally I have wine. And so I really don't have any interest. And so, this will be the first time going to the casino without drinking. Really weird. Or having a glass, right? Or two. So yeah, that's what I use it for. I use whatever I make for the casino. That's my little casino fund. And actually all the money I made from that paid for my gambling in Vegas when I went. So yeah, that didn't come out of my household. So, and that's what I do. Anything that now with my little side jobs, like my books or whatever we make a month, goes in my little side account for me, for my casino. Or maybe I'll buy a purse at some point. Who knows if I make a lot more. A new like a new bag. Yeah. So who knows? That's my little fun. My little doesn't affect the household fun. So thank you for tapping. This is great. This is the most, I got to remember, we got to really, really push the tapping on these things. Hi, C. Yes, I came on super early this morning. So you were still sleeping. I knew you were. So remember that. Remember, tapping is a way of showing love. It gets you out on the algorithm, gets you recognized by TikTok, helps you grow, right? And now, yes, every girl needs a big stash. My stash, I used to have a stash back in the day when I wasn't bringing home any money, and we had so many rentals, and that was my little play stab and my play stash. And actually, that's how I got my purses. Was through I paid myself back for for managing my rentals, and I paid myself back and I bought myself purses. That's how I bought purses back in the day. Was through my rental account. Because we had a lot and we had a lot of money at that time. So it never came out of the household fund. It was always paying me back for taking care of the properties. So instead of pulling like a little thing, I would buy purses. So that's how I used to get it. People are like, oh, all those purses your wife bought and all that stuff. You guys, nothing ever comes Bye, Wendy. Good luck. Nothing ever comes for free. My life wasn't just like lavish, Yeah, we made a lot of money at some point, and at that point, I was cheap. I didn't buy anything. I held on to the money. Dan was the lavish one at that point. But I did buy purses, but I also worked. I took care of 5 houses, right? And I took care of the kids, and that's how I paid myself back. It's not like I sat on my ass and ate bonbons and just bought things off the internet all day long. No, there was a purpose. Like I bought myself things during a time when I could indulge. And I still wasn't indulging that much. That was like my indulgement. Could I buy them today? Probably, but it wouldn't be smart given our financial situation. It's not smart given I just don't have money to throw away like that right now. And maybe eventually, after the kids aren't so dependent on us, there'll be a time. But right now, we're driving our old cars and just trying to pay bills. Back then was a different time. Back then was a different time. And we're not there because Dan doesn't work as an attorney anymore. Do we swing? No. Dan would, but I'm not into it. So now we just work hard for whoever we get on social media and Feet Finder and writing books. Dan, I love doing that stuff. It's just all the extracurricular stuff that I do. And maybe one day we'll get seen. We'll get seen of writing our books. And Christy's published many things. And, I trust her. She's a great woman. And hopefully we hit it one of these days. Am I retired? We're not really retired. We work every day. Dan was dealing with a client issue all night long last night. And he just keeps his old clients. It's not anything new, but it's an old client. And one of his clients he'll probably always keep. And there was trouble last night. So he was up all night long dealing with him and stuff like that. So yes, it's crazy. We work. I work. I mean, do you think Ed's not work? Do you think my property's not work? Do you don't think social media is work? But it's fun work, right? Work is work. Gambling problems always bring out the dirty socks. I don't think I have a gambling problem. People like to tell me what I have. They like to tell me I'm an alcoholic. They like to tell me I'm a gambleaholic. And it's really interesting for people to classify and tell me who I am and what I am and what I have. Isn't that really interesting? I always find that very fascinating that people know me more than me. Gambling is not an issue. Not an issue. I can take it or leave it. I like to go, right? I like to go. I like to have wine. Am I dependent on it? No. As you see for the last 2 weeks, I'm not dependent on anything. I enjoy to do them. And if I was an alcoholic, I think it would have been the last 2 weeks would have been god awful. I would have been alcoholics when they stop drinking, go through major withdrawal, and did not have any withdrawal. So again, people like to tell me what I am, and think they know more than me, which is quite interesting. So no, take it or leave it, but I do like to go. Well, shit, Robert. Stop shaving, you would look hot with a mo. With a mo. I don't know what that means. Stop shaving, you would look good with a mo? What's a mo? I'm confused. I don't know what a mo is. Does anybody know what a mo is? Bobby from the Lina Show. I don't know who that is. Does anybody know? Anybody? Because I don't know, and I'm just trying to figure it out so I can reply appropriately. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that's just my thing. I'm having fun, and this is the time to have fun in life. And if people want to buy my feet and they want to buy custom videos, hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Mo. Still don't know what mo is. Whether you spell it any other way, a mo. Does anybody know what a M-O-E is? Anybody? A mohawk? Maybe. It's tattooed, honey. I don't have any eyebrows. If I go on Feet Finder, will people know it's my feet? No. Unless you put your name on it. I put mine in my link tree so people know they're my feed. But I also have a platform. So, that's the way I'm going to get it. I don't think it's as easy to build a guide named Mo. I do too. So, Mo what? So yeah, I think it's easier to start when people know the feet, unless you're doing risky stuff. Like if you do risque stuff, you're going to get more attention. I'm not very risky, right? I should put some underwear on my toes. That would be risky. Is that risky? Put my thongs in between my toes. I might spice things up. Do you, do I get a referral bonus? Shit, I wish. I wish. I said wish. I wish, ER nurse, because I dropped the deets referral. That would be fun. Everybody sign up under my name, like a pyramid scheme. a foot pyramid scheme. Um, use my name and get a discount. More money, more money, more money. I have not seen Grandpa. How was he? How is he? He's not was. He's still living. There's no past tense. Have you attended? Is there a national annual foot fetish convention? I would go. I would go, Leo. Shit, anything to get to Vegas. You know what I mean? Do I have to wear heels though? I only have like a couple pairs of heels. That's a problem too. Some people really like heels. I'm not. No, you're fine, Flossie. You just said past tense. He's still kicking. He's still kicking. He goes in on Wednesday, y'all, for a battery replacement. It's getting long and gross. It's thin. It's thin. But I'm going to keep it because I'm going to get a cut and cut probably a little bit off of it. Because it's just gross. But I'm going to keep it long because I throw it up. I don't care. Who cares? It's thin. It is what it is. Somebody told Dan because my hair was down. Somebody suggested I go see a hairstylist to get consultation to fix my hair and to get a cut that would suit me better. Yeah, isn't that nice of people? First of all, stylists or hair cutters don't they don't really know the mechanics behind the scalp and the hair loss and all that stuff. Could they style my hair? Yes, they could style it. But do I want to get it styled? No. That's why it's long and gross, because I put it up. And it was down because it was still wet, but it went back up when I was at the concert. So cosmetologists they have ideas, right? Because they learn from people, they can give you suggestions, but science, they don't know the science of hair loss. So whoever wrote that, just so you know, they couldn't help me with my hair loss. A dermatologist could. And really, there's nothing I can do. You know what I mean? I'm doing all the things already for my hair loss. But as far as my hair goes, I like it long because I can put it up, right? They don't know, Jessica. Like again, doesn't matter how long you've been a stylist. You have ideas and you have things that work for clients, but you need to be a doctor in order to get down to the nitty-gritty, right? So sorry, cosmetologists don't know. Nice, lucky lady. So, have I tried red light therapy? No. I mean, I have like a mask. I used to put it on my head. I used to put the mask on my head. Yeah. So anyway, I like my hair long. Yes, I know it's thin, but I like it long because I put it up. We are not trichologists or dermatologists. Thank you, Candace. Jessica wants to argue with me about that. Thank you. That's the word, trichologist or dermatologist. But Jessica seems to think her mother, because she's been doing it for 30 years, is a professional hair loss person. No, you're a professional in cutting hair and maybe coloring and styling, right? But not the hair loss. Sorry. Anyway, it's something inside. And most of the time it's something inside, right? Mine for hair loss. Courtney, Oh, she did yeah, but they have everything, you know. We don't have the money to do all that shit. PRP, you know how much PRP is or whatever it is? It's like $5,000 for like 2 sessions or something crazy. And so like it's just you have to have money. You know what I mean? You have to have money to be able to do all the things and do all the testing and all that stuff. And um so anyway, you go to a barber. Yeah, I actually texted my lady. I'm like, "Can you I need a trim. Just I need to trim like off the ends. I could probably just do it myself." Anyway, I like my hair long. It's easy to do. I would never cut it short again because it's so thin. I used to do short haircuts a long time ago when actually I thought my hair was thin, but it was a lot thicker than it is now. It's harder when you have thinner hair. It's harder when you have thinner hair. So I'm keeping it long despite your suggestions or what you think I should do for me. I'm keeping it long because I can put it up and get it out of my face, and that's what works for me. Yes, whether you like it or not. Fuck. Um, so I wish it was thicker, but it's not. It is what it is. It's actually gotten really thick in the middle. Like I'm getting a lot of it's thickened up at the base. So obviously hair grows from the scalp down. So it's gonna take some, but it does feel thicker in certain areas. So something's working finally. But you guys got to remember, I went off birth control last April, so I lost a lot more hair back then. Do I work out at home? Yes, because I don't really have time to go to a gym, and I don't like gyms. I like it here. It's easier for me. A lot of people have a hard time working out at home, not me, because I like it. Yes, and you pull it up and just it looks great, right? You don't have to worry about it. I don't have to wash my hair every day. When it's short, you have to wash your hair every. Oh, I hate it. Is it from genetic? I think it's probably
Unknown caller.
I think a little bit it's genetic. I think it's hormonal. It's menopause, perimenopause. I started perimenopause at 36. And that's when it really started. Hair loss. Thank you. Yeah. I feel 10 years younger. Yeah, I thought about doing, but see, the extensions also pull on the follicle. And when you have hair loss, it's not smart. I've done it. I've done the follicles because it's the opposite, super thick. Whatever. But you can always see, I mean, I have new growth everywhere, you know? My hair is, I mean, I could pull, it's been in a cap, but yeah, there's new growth. I have growth. I mean, it's everywhere. So it's still growing, so that's good. So it is what it is, you know, it is what it is. How do I stay in shape? I work out. I work out. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. The French braid. Rocky makes fun of me. She calls it a rat tail. She's like, look at that rat tail. I'm like, leave me alone. Leave me alone with my little rat tail. Meanie. She's got great hair too. Like Rocky, she's got great hair. She like literally wakes up and her hair's perfect. So fuck her. She makes fun of me. Fuck you. Fuck you. But that's okay. So, Bethany, if only I had thick hair, I'd be in heaven. Or medium hair. I would even take just medium hair. I would take like, I don't know, I would even like my thumb to be as thick as my hair is, you know, when in a ponytail. I just, you just don't care anymore. It is what it is, you know. What am I going to do? I can't change it. It is what it is. How's the casino life? I haven't been in several weeks. I haven't been in a couple weeks. I think this is like 3 weeks I haven't been. But I think I'm gonna go this week. I think I'm gonna go this week. And didn't use Edwina. Damn it! You didn't use Edwina? Girl, what the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, I haven't been. But I could tell you what life is. It's a loss. I never win. It's okay. I still like it. Y so, yeah, I just love it. I will always probably go to the casino. I probably will ever. It's just gonna be weird because again, it's habitual for me. So, like at the casino, I'm used to having nicotine and alcohol. So it's weird how that's gonna play out. Like if I'm gonna stay long, am I gonna want to be there? Am I gonna want to gamble? Like, or is gambling just with a buzz? I don't know. You had 200 braids put in your hair in the Bahamas? Jeez, Louise. Hi, Rita. How are you? Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to play, to watch, to see. So, but other than that, that's it. That's nothing going on today. Dan has probably he'll probably be busy dealing with some stuff. He's got to do some videos today. He's really got to do some videos today. He's been putting off. Matt's getting mad at him because Dan's like procrastinator. Um, so I know he's gonna be busy today. Today's shower day, and I don't really have anything. I have counseling tomorrow. And then that's pretty much it for the week. I'm getting my nails done Thursday. Look how bad they are. But I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it out. So get them done, get my toesies done. And then yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. How's Ed doing? I think he was sleeping. He's been really tired this week. I think he's my my I think he's had a mini stroke, which is vascular dementia. Every time he gets a certain way, he starts leaning to the side. I always know that something's going on neurologically. And so I always feel like he becomes weaker, cognition's a little slower. You can see in the video I posted today. Thank you for tapping. You guys are doing phenomenal on TikTok. We're actually pretty close on YouTube. You guys get those likes up. But like it takes him off, for like a couple days. And you could tell in that video I posted today on Saturday, even though he's been sleeping a lot, very tired. And so he was a little out of it, and you could see that in that video. But that's just what happens. I mean, this is just part of the disease. And I believe when he does that, we've narrowed it down to probably like a mini stroke, and it takes him a couple days to recover from, and he's been sleeping a lot and dozing off a lot. And that's what typically happens. You get to know the patterns of when you think, those mini strokes are happening. So I believe this has been a segment of them. Does he need to see somebody? No. Mm-mm. No. They happen all the time. I mean, sometimes they probably happen when we don't even realize it, but I think he shows more signs of when he does. No, it's just normal. No, normal. He goes in to get his pacemaker done. I think somebody asked how long he's had his pacemaker. I think 10 years. Isn't it a 10-year cycle for the battery? And she has dementia. I hate to see her deteriorate. It is sad. You can't it's the deterioration, and vascular dementia is mini strokes. The brain has mini strokes. Yeah. And as your caregiver, you can pretty much probably start guessing when there might have been something, right? When there might have been something. And I could be totally off. It could just be him, but I always kind of tell because he leans to the right, like when he sits in his chair and stuff. And you gotta move him up, or when he's in the shower, he leans, and that's how I can tell something's going on. And that's been, those noticeable things I've been noticing in the last year or so. Yeah. So yeah, he has aspirin every day. It's something that's important that he needs to do for, just he was on Plavix. I think Plavix was the one, so one of them, and we took him off of it because he's bruising so bad. Um, Now he's on aspirin, but just the old skin. It just so we put rails up because his arms are so bruised, and we're thinking that maybe, from him tossing and turning at night, hitting the rails, have bruised him up a lot. So we have cushions now from it. Oh, thanks, Lone Wolf. I appreciate it. Hey, I'm doing the best I can, right? Days sometimes are long, they're frustrating, and life will be different. Let me tell you, life will be different um, when things change for sure. And it'll be probably a very weird, probably similar to how it's like when you lose your kids for the first time, like to college, and they leave. It's like that empty nest syndrome where you just don't know what to do. But we're lucky because we have social media, right? We have an outlet. We have, a place to go where I think when our daughter stopped playing soccer when she graduated college, it was like, what are we going to do now? Like, where are we going to put our time? We felt so lost because that's all we did, right? And then we fell into social media, and that took that void away from that. So social media, I think, will help fill that void for us, which it helps now in different ways, right? This is Caffeine and Kilos. It's a CrossFit brand. When I used to do CrossFit, these are all the types of things. Do you have cameras? No, I don't have a camera. We did have a camera, but our bedroom is close to his, and Dan's never sleeps, so he's always walking. So no, we don't have a camera. We don't need one. Mm-mm. Um, my house isn't that big, so we're always walking, even around Ed. If we have the caregivers here, it's easy because we don't, we do our thing and don't check in unless he has to poop or something. But Dan's always home. Dan's a fucking homebody. He likes to leave for a couple hours and goes, gets his tuna sandwich or goes and drives around and talks to people. But Dan's a homebody. So he doesn't really like to be gone for long. Moved into sober living, and I'm really missing her. But good, Betty, she needs it, and it's less stress for you right now. Enjoy that time because, it's it comes and it goes. Do you get rest? Yes. Well, there's two of us. So, like if I need a nap, I take a nap. And this medication sometimes really makes me extra tired. We don't get time together. We take date night on Friday nights for like a couple hours, but that's it. Self-sufficient my parents have gone on, takes time to heal. It does take time to heal. And I'm assuming it's going to take we're going to be in a weird phase. Dan hasn't lost a parent yet. I've lost both of mine. So, his healing journey is going to be quite interesting. Um, because his mom and his dad are still alive. So I'm going to be very curious to see. He's not going to be able to, he won't handle that situation well. Dan does not handle stuff like that. I mean, you should see when something calls or his brother calls or his mom calls and he's in a panic phase, he's literally like, does not handle things very well at all. Like he goes off the deep end, screams, yells, ah, so I can't imagine it's going to be very peaceful around here. It's going to be very hard to watch him do this. I feel like I'm probably not going to be able to do it in my way because I'm going to be so worried about him and taking care of him. I'm on what am I on? I always Lone Wolf. I hope Ed passes in his sleep. What am I? Cymbalta. I always forget what I'm taking. Cymbalta. Cymbalta. Like, what am I taking? I always do that. Hi in Spain. How are you? So Cymbalta, it always takes me a minute. It's like, oh my God, why am I having such a hard time remembering Cymbalta? Cymbalta like a cymbal banging on a drum, drum, drum. So yeah, that's our biggest hope is that Ed passes here peacefully. I don't want to see him convulsing. I don't want to see him choking on his own tongue. I don't want to see any of that. That would be traumatic. I'm hoping he passes in his sleep. Honestly, that's what I'm hoping. My dad, most of unalived himself, but lived to tell the story. But eventually the bullet ended up killing him in his sleep. So he ended up dying in his sleep, had a stroke, which they knew eventually it would have happened. So when he went to, the bullet, the way he angled it didn't go through. So he lived for 2 years. Different man. Didn't remember anything. Thought he was shot. But eventually the bullet dislodged and stroked him out. My mom died in her sleep too. I always want to say lisinopril instead of Lyrica. Lisinopril. I have a lot of lisinopril around here. Andrew takes it, and so does Dan. So my mom died in her sleep. She had stage 4 lung cancer. So she ended up dying in her sleep within probably an extra dose of morphine from Ed, which is fine because she was in so much pain. I think Ed helped her along a little bit, and that's okay with me. Does it help for anxiety? Yes. Yes. Well, for me, anyway. I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself. We were with my parents when they crossed. It was brutally sad but peaceful. Yeah, I'm hoping it's peaceful. I've never seen I've seen my mom ravaged, and eaten alive from cancer, which was traumatizing. Um, but I'm hoping that Ed has a peaceful night. Can you love you, girl? Do you waste your time watching that UFC? No. No, I didn't waste my time watching that stupid UFC fight. What a spectacle. That's all I'm going to say. Did my mom smoke? Yes, she was a smoker. Yes. Primary lung. 3 years prior to her diagnosis, she had scar tissue. Oh no, Felicity, that's horrible. I don't blame you, girl. Um, he hasn't turned for the worse. It's just part of the process. I mean, he's still Ed, you know. Um, the My mom smoked, yeah, pretty much her whole life. And 3 years prior to diagnosis, she always went and got scans because she was always very up on her health. Sure. And you, Mr. Outside, had just took us out and noticed your mascara. I asked you the name. I don't have mascara on. I haven't gone to the video, but no, this is just my lashes. Sorry. That's just my lashes. No mascara on that. Wish I could help you. But normally if I go out, I use Thrive mascara. I love Thrive. I use Thrive products. THRIVE. They're natural. But out of the pool, there was nothing on, honey. I'm lucky in that way. I do use, because of menopause, perimenopause, I do use the Lash MD to help keep them because my eyebrows have gone. Felicity, that's called tattoo because I don't have eyebrows. Yeah, my eyebrows have left because of perimenopause. Thank you, perimenopause, for taking away. Yeah. I've got European skin. I am European. I am. I'm a mutt. I'm a mutt. My dad's seed was put through all those countries out there. So I am definitely Mideast, and all those facets. Every little island, every little nook and cranny, Behars left their seeds, and so that's where I got this. Getting through menopause too. I'm 49. It's literally hell. It's fucking hell. It's fucking hell. It's not hell. It's fucking hell. If this is what I would, it's like a devil is inside your body, and you need an what's that called? Exorcism. But you just can't exorcise it out because it's like we're here to stay, and there's no power of prayer, God, Jesus, Obama, the Dalai Lama that's going to pull it out until it's ready to get through. So my advice to you, get on an antidepressant. I'm not a doctor, but this is the only way I can survive this death because I'm still not there yet. I still haven't crossed over. Yeah. So the hot flashes, and I'm on estrogen, so my hot flashes are very minimum. I went through chemo and never lost my eyebrows or eyelashes. Donna, that's pretty cool. You lost your hair though? Ed is at home. He's not in the hospital. I am on Cymbalta. Cymbalta. You gained 80 pounds. Ugh. I could see how that could happen. Yeah. Because when I wasn't on any aid for a couple months, I was eating a lot. Yeah. So I can see how we can gain a lot of weight and our bodies slow down. So that's great. Yeah. Welcome 80 pounds. I think you need to get away from Dan. Dan, it would be a vacation to go away from Dan. Yes. But the drugs are for the devil inside of me, for myself. I don't take the drugs for Dan. It does help, but I take the drugs for the devil inside of me. Dan is not, my issues aren't Dan. Everybody's issues are their own. So anyway, yeah, it's not Dan. Dan doesn't help. Ed doesn't help. People in my house, my animals don't help, No. Has dementia, and he was diagnosed at 60. Oh gosh, Judy, you have a long road. Yeah. There's a devil inside women. And we're going to say 50 plus, it gets worse. And the devil is evil. Yeah, the devil is evil. And the only thing that combats that devil inside is anti-anxiety, depression meds, period. That's it. Meds. I tried to do it. I tried to do it without the meds for 2 months, and I thought I was going to go crazy. It wasn't working for me. So I succumbed and I said, Doc, Yo, 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 baby pop. Yeah, you. I need more drugs. Which one should I take? Because I need it right now. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I needed it. So he's like, try counseling. Done. I'm in it. Making me more crazy. Yeah, fuck. Anyway, I was stretching yesterday. Oh, I almost killed myself on my roller. Um, so yeah, no drugs. It's the only way to combat the bitch. Yeah. Now, that's my only suggestion. Now, I am not a medical assistant, doctor, nurse, or anybody else. I'm just speaking from my own fucking experience. I need grandbabies. That helps. Grandbabies help. I don't know. Somebody gave this to me for my 40th birthday. You guys, this thing is still strong. I was doing the Jesus pose. So when you have a long one, you sit on it lengthwise, you lay on it. You literally do the Jesus pose. You have your neck hang out and you put your arms out to the side and it just opens your whole up, opens you up. So if you have one, try it. I do need grandbabies. I'm probably a couple years off of a grandbaby. And Elvie, I don't know if my grandbaby is going to be here. So we'll see. If it's up to Hannah, she won't be here or he won't be here. I don't know. So that would mean Grandma Danielle is going to have to fly down to San Diego at least once a month because I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Yes, this is a long one. One of my friends back in the day got it. It's Pro Roller. This one's called a Pro Roller. Yeah. I don't know. This thing has endured. I mean, this is 12 years old. Yeah, it's endured soccer, kids. It's endured the nieces and nephews, you know. My grandkids a handful, and I have to watch over my dementia mom last year. Yeah. Deborah, that's why I talk about it a lot. Mental health and menopause because those two go hand in hand. My mental health, and we're all yay over 100,000 likes. Thank you, TikTok. You guys did good. YouTube, you're sucking. Mental health often enhances when you go through menopause, right? Because I have a fuzz in my hair, but I'm not gonna, this stretch feels good too. Mental health, it gets worse, I think. I mean, we all have a little bit of something. We all have the past that we're working through or trying to forgive ourselves and trying to find an inner peace that we've never had as we get older. But it intensifies, you're in a different phase of life, and it gets worse in menopause. And I was never one to take pills just because that's not the way we grew up. Never one to take medicine. And my kids hate me for that today. They're like, Mom, who knew there was NyQuil? Who knew there was cough medicine, cold medicine, Advil, full cold and flu? I wouldn't take that shit. But, they're like, Hannah was really worried about taking it at first, but now she knows she's not dying. So she's like me. So my kids are the same way. They don't take medicine unless they have to, unless like it's really bad. um, and so in that phase of life, I started and I was like, I can't handle this anxiety anymore by myself. I couldn't do it. So I felt like a failure, but I jumped on the bandwagon, the depression, anti-anxiety, depressive medicine. Give it to me now, because I was not doing well. And then I got off of it because I was on the wrong one for my fibro, and then I was like, I can handle this. I'm going to do this. This is great. I don't need it. Hi, Emily. And for 2 months, I was in hell. I was in fucking hell. I was like, you guys saw me. Some people are like, what the hell? And you see me now. It's not worth fighting yourself. For me, it just became so much easier to say, you know what? I need help. And I was more miserable because of myself, right? And not being able to control the issues and the pain and all that stuff. So I support it for myself now, and I still beat myself up that I feel so weak because I have to do it, but it is what it is. So
How long are you gonna Be on.
I'm gonna get off. I've been on way too long. Why?
He's ready to get up, and I'm about to get a telephone call.
Oh, I see now. He needs me, he needs me. So if you're not on anything, maybe talk to your doctor, maybe get counseling, maybe do something because I think women's health really sucks in our medical world. And I think we need to really try to make changes in that or advocate more for ourselves. And we don't know how because we're not taught to. So I think, for the people who feel like they don't know what they're doing and nobody talks about menopause and mental health with menopause. That's why I share because it sucks. I mean, we have to get biopsies in our cervixes, our uteruses without pain meds. We have to do these things that are just god awful without anything. And I just, there's so much more with women's health that needs to be, but this mental health and menopause is a fucking huge thing. Suicide amongst women are the highest in menopause. Statistically, women who commit suicide do it when they're in menopause. Why is that, you ask? Mental health. So, don't struggle. Don't struggle. No, because female doctors are bound to their ethical obligation to support whatever documents are there, in their medical groups. And that's what sucks. So, with that being said, don't suffer. Take it from me. It is what it is. And you'd be much more at peace with something to calm your insides. So I will always, always, always talk about my issues. I will always talk about it. I mean, I've initiated so many people to go to counseling. I think 5 people started going to counseling because I've been talking about it. Every Tuesday I have counseling. It's been a whirlwind, but I feel happier. That could be the drugs though. But I'm starting to recognize my issues from my past and making those connections and moving forward. Like now I'm understanding who I am today because of my past. So I think it's and Lone Wolf, they're never gonna understand, right? And like I tell Dan, like he says to you guys that he understands it. I don't really think he does. And it's impossible for them to understand it. But they need to have enough compassion. Um, they need to have enough compassion just to say, I'm here, honey. And I will help you. That's it. I will help you because they're never going to understand what we're going through. They see changes, but they think that we're bitchy or, why are you so blah, this way, this way. It's like, because I have a fucking devil inside of me and you will never understand the pain and the misery that she does inside to my body. Plain and simple. Just imagine you have that Tasmanian devil just swirling inside of you. Your brain is like, what the fuck? I need to relax. Your brain's going 1,000 miles a minute. You're forgetful. You're fucking in pain. You're bleeding nonstop. You have no fucking sexual desire. You don't want to fucking be touched. You have fucking headaches. You have fibromyalgia. You have all these things on top of it and you feel miserable. I don't want to spread my legs because I don't feel good. I'm not myself. But they don't get it. They don't get it. We get depressed, right? We get depressed. We get sad. We want more attention sometimes in menopause because we feel sick, right? You feel sick sometimes. And I think sometimes I realize I think to myself, oh my God, this is why I need extra attention. Sometimes I get so whiny and I just want attention. You don't feel good. You just don't feel right. You feel not like yourself. There's so many different things. So yeah, medication. Yeah. Medication. I support medication. And every time I'm not on medication, I'm like, what am I doing to myself? Oh, I can handle it. No, you can't, bitch. You cannot. And why handle something that can help you? Why handle it? Why handle it when you are still struggling and feeling miserable? And then you take this little happy pill and it makes you so much better. Makes you so much better. It makes you so consistent. It makes you balanced. Balanced. But we shall see. Jenny, you might be successful at, I don't know, but yes, you're on it during the part of menopause. And now you see, you may need estrogen, but who knows? You take it as it goes. Try to wean off of it. But God, you're going to realize, I don't know. I think our bodies are just like, what the fuck, bitch? Put that shit back in us. That was so good. But serotonin and dopamine levels are high, When estrogen drops and all that fucking shit drops, right? You're fucking ballistic. That's when we go ballistic, is because all those hormones just drop and we feel like shit. Um so they happy peel. I've had a couple happy pills so far, but I couldn't take Lexapro because it's bad for my fibromyalgia. SSRIs are not the best. And I realized Lexapro made my body more tense. It helped my brain, but it made my body worse for fibro. Now I'm on Cymbalta, and it's really weird because I saw something about Cymbalta voluntary. I saw that. Um, I don't know. I'm on it right now, so we'll see. I just started taking it 2 weeks in, so we'll see. I did see everybody's like, Danielle, you're on Cymbalta. Get off of it. So we'll see. I mean, I'll wait and see what the doctor. You took your husband off of it. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody's doctor say anything if you've been on Cymbalta in the recall? Ugh. Anyway, so Cymbalta's being recalled, I guess, but I'm on it. Anyway, what was I gonna say? It's just made my body really calm. Really calm. Really, really calm. Which is weird for me because I'm used to my body being in a very stressed out state. My brain's still crazy, but um, my body's more relaxed. So, uh, yeah, and it's supposed to be really good for fibromyalgia. Um, oh, well, if you're on Lexapro and you have fibromyalgia, everybody's different. So I mean, I'm just speaking from what happens. Every drug, there's something. It's just crazy. I just can't keep up with it. Unless my doctor takes me off of it or I can't get it anymore, then I'll go from there. There's something negative about every drug. There really is. I mean, it's just Cymbalta. It was Zoloft for a while. What was it? Not Zoloft, Xantex. It has helped you a lot, and I feel like it's helping me too. I mean, the pain's still there, but it's like lessening. My body's not so tight, So I would hate if I couldn't get that, and hopefully I could find something. It's because of a bad batch. I hope so. I really don't want to change medication again. That really would suck. Normal, I would be hypochondriac about it, but I'm just waiting. I'll wait and see. Drugs are just drugs. Anyway, hi Lorraine. All right, I'm gonna go. Tonight is a live night. It's Monday, so we'll see you later. It's so early. I'm like, what the hell? That's why I've sent. Thank you for all the likes and working so hard. It's really important for people, just so you know, when you're watching them, to just like, because it's really important. Deep tissue acupuncture. I love acupuncture. So there's a herbalist from Emerald Boa Apothecary. She makes amazing teas. Anyway, so do what's good for you and what works for your brain. My brain needs something. So I know, so early, Celeste, because I woke up at 5:30. I went to bed at like 7. Yeah, I was so tired after a nap. I wasn't ready to get up from my nap. But anyway, have a good day. I will see you guys tonight. Yeah. So have a good day. Be kind. Be well. Remember, you are important, you are worthy, and you matter. And continue the healing journey with me. Love you. Bye.